Welcome to How to Scale Your Business and Escape the Trap for Trading Your Time for Money. We're in a really interesting stage at the moment in countries with political things all happening around. Job security is not there as strong as what it used to be. Jobs for the future, they're all promoting that they're going to get jobs, but technology is changing everything that we do within business. So what we're looking at here today is business mastery and how you can scale your business and really stop trading all this time for all of your dollars and implement some of these changes within technology. So who am I and why listen to me? My name's Helene Meering. I've been in business for well over 30 years in the hairdressing area, 5 years as a business coach and 3 years working online, mastering the art of the online world and with network marketing and affiliate marketing. And yes, I'm on a mission to take this information and share it with the small business world so that they have more profit. Now, it started some time ago after my coaching journey. I could see that there was a disconnect with a lot of small businesses. Their technology information and where they were heading was not creating the income that they needed. And it's really, really sad when you see communities that all of the local businesses are closing down. So let me ask you a question. How satisfied are you with your current business model? If you could just grab a pen or paper and just go through and answer this for yourself. Now, 1 being low and 10 being high. And just mark in there where you're actually at this particular stage with your current business model. And then I want you to think about that and what percentage of your revenue over the last 12 months required you to trade your time for fees. Interesting when you think about it. And the next question is, if we have a look at your current annual profit, I'm talking profit, not revenue, remembering that revenue is vanity and profit is sanity. So A, we want to have a look at your current annual profit, and then B, we want to look at your desired annual profit. What were you hoping to gain within your business? So just jot that down, and I want you, A minus B, of course, is giving you what you had hoped to achieve with your business. Now, what we're doing here is we're looking at trying to get clear about what you want and what you're trying to achieve. There is no point going into the blame game of politics and where you are environment and all these sorts of things. We have change about us, but there are ways in which you can implement some strategies to help you get from point A to point B and definitely stop trading those hours for all the dollars that you're trading for time. It is a trap and you can bust free of that so you can start to spend more time with your family and friends. Now, how committed are you when you look at what's actually going on globally at the moment? How committed are you to changing up your business model so you can earn more without having to work more? And yes, believe me, it does work. And it's because we're going to be implementing technology to help us go through and achieve these results. So again, from 1 to 10, just mark how committed are you to changing up your business model. Now, I can tell you right now, with what some of the things I'm going to discuss here today, some of you will not agree with it. And that's why I want you to put an answer down now. Now, you won't agree, but that's okay. Everybody's entitled to their opinions, but you can't keep doing the same thing as what you're doing now and expect a different result. It does mean we need to look at changing things. So don't look at what you think you know, look at your results. What are some of the biggest challenges in business today? Not enough clients. Generating clients can be expensive if you don't know the right way to go and do it. Not enough revenue. Loyalty is not like it used to be. Technology has changed that. And look, I have to admit I've been caught in that area there. I seriously have not found quite a few businesses in my region where I'm actually loyal because technology is enabling me to buy products at a better rate and also to build long-term residual income. So of course we're going to go where the profit is. And with a lot of businesses that are working in the old traditional business model, there's not enough profit in their business. Overheads are huge, rent, wages, product costs, and yes, in many cases, some of the charges that people are doing for technology changes can be very expensive. And I can understand it's not your fault why you are so overwhelmed with it. And this is what I want to do with this particular webinar here today, is show you that there are solutions if you are open to having a look and being willing to do some investigating and see that there are solutions for you to achieve results. Let's just take a look at the moment what actually happens at business. We all go through the same stage. We've all got drive and we all have got that entrepreneurial skill in us, no matter who you are. And we do get to the stage where maybe we're sick of where we're working, we're not liking what our boss is doing. So we're going to go and do our own business ourselves. And what happens, you start off in your infancy stage, which is great. You can conquer the world at this stage as well. Going through to adolescence, you can definitely conquer the world, and no one can tell you any different. And you'll get really good results. And for many of you, you'll start to get those growing pains. But because you haven't put any systems and strategies into place to help you build long term, well, things start to actually dwindle a little bit. Your profit's not quite there. You're feeling a little bit tired. You're a bit overwhelmed. Little mistakes can start to happen where you don't follow up. And with what's actually happening globally at the moment, there's a lot of pressure on small businesses. And I think sometimes you start to fall into that maturity stage and it drags out and you don't reinvent yourself and not continually growing. And you can see quite clearly what happens here is that we start to work on that decline. Now, we should be looking at reinventing ourselves when you first start in that maturity stage. Don't look at what you know and what you've been doing for the last 20 years. It's time to reinvent the wheel and look at how technology can actually help you grow. Now, my plan is to give you some strategies to get you from point A to point B. And the key here is we have to get small businesses finding ways to create more passive income. And it is the major key with any business model. Now, when I say that, there's no such thing as complete passive income. I think working online for a couple of years, you get all of these shiny object syndromes where you're chasing all of these areas where somebody promises you $1 million. Well, it doesn't work that way. You still have to take time setting up some systems. And you've got to be willing to educate yourself. Now, if you're going into real estate, you're going to look at different areas that you're buying property. You will go through and do your research. If you're looking at the stock market, you're obviously going to go through and do some research before you invest your money in there. And it's the same as the online world with marketing. You have to go through and do your marketing so you know how you're promoting your business correctly. And what I want to do is help you and set those things up and help you start to build a revenue base and create small amounts of money that you are then able to have. You've got to have the willingness to invest in yourself. Now, you might be questions you thinking to yourself, can you actually create passive income? Well, in today's economy, there is more opportunity for you as a business owner to create passive income than ever before. And it's using a lot of techniques called referral marketing. And I'm sorry, but you have to listen. I mean, we've got a major drive with politics here in our country here at the moment, and they're all wanting to create extra jobs, but it's changed. The employment situation has actually changed. So how do you combat that, and how do you actually still benefit this for you to create passive income? Well, it's using online. You can start creating products that you can sell online. You can be using systems like all businesses need to use autoresponders, and you can actually recommend, and they pay referral income. You can be doing video training. You could be doing webinars. There's so many different things that we can go into and we'll do on a later date. But you've got to be open. But to do that, first, we need to understand where we are. And this is what I like to introduce you to, is the GPS for your business. Where and how you scale your business and escape the trap for trading dollars for time. And it's business mastery, as we said, with money. Now, we all need to go through and have a closer look at, this is what I like to call the circle of profit within your business. And if we take a closer look at it and break it down a little bit so it's easier, everybody wants to get more clients in their business. They want to get more revenue. And of course, they want to get more profit. But when we stretch it out and have a look at it over here, here's our clients, our revenue, and our more profit. But you'll have a look at before each section, you've got to do something before you actually get more clients. For example, you've got to learn how to create leads online or face-to-face, and you've got to be able to look at how you convert those leads. So here alone, it is essential that you start to learn how to master these tools online with social media, when you're looking at your CRMs and your autoresponders, to create leads that you can then build relationships with and add value and gradually convert them into clients. And then we're looking at the number of transactions and the average dollar sale. Now, if you actually start to work through to see how this then creates the revenue for your business, technology in these two particular areas is making things extremely simple for us. And we go into that in other areas within the Business Mastery program. But transactions and average dollar sales, guys, this is one of the key areas with why stock all the product yourself. Why not use a product that's based on a referral income, and the product is sent direct to your customer. You don't have to worry about carrying the stock and using up your income and keeping up valuable space within your business. Guys, there's so many areas there where you can actually use some of these online tools to be creating a nice little cash flow to help you build your revenue. And of course, it will help you build your margins because you're not having all that stock sitting in your business, and naturally the profit is there. Now, if we go through and take a look at this a little bit closer, I think one of the key areas which, when I talk to businesses in the area, in the region, one of the challenges is they're not focusing on the key profit drivers within their business, what we've just discussed. And any good marketing plan will focus on those 5 profit drivers. You only have to look in your local paper and see what's going on, and you can see very clearly how some of the marketing is actually going. Now, you can't get from point A to point B unless you know where you're going. So the first step with any business growth, what you focus on actually grows. So we have to start at point A. You've got to know where you actually are now. And this is what we look at doing, measuring the numbers, and then you can start to introduce yourself into some areas to build and strengthen your business by creating your sales funnel online. Now, have a think about your website. Is it building the traffic flow that you want? Now, unless you're investing in someone that is very clear with SEO and affiliate marketing and building up that they can help drive traffic to your website, for many businesses, they're finding it a very expensive step. Now, I'm talking about the small businesses that don't have that advantage there, but they need to understand a little bit how they can build their sales funnels online. And we start off looking at a couple of key areas. You're looking at lead magnets that can do this to help you build additional sales online, affiliate or continuity products and information products, and then memberships and groups. I particularly just want to focus on the lead magnet and the affiliate or continuity programs here because we don't have a huge amount of time to go through in depth with all of it, but we look a little bit more. But let's have a look at lead magnets, for example. Social media. Everybody is on social media. Facebook, live streaming. It is one of the best things that you can do to help create a following and provide value with your business. Use your phone. Now, I have got a friend that's put a program together that helps you use your actual phone, but if you use your phone and live stream, you can promote your business. I, for example, have just had a bathroom done. Now, the key area for a referral, the perfect thing to do is to get me and my husband in the bathroom, live stream, and just talk about what they've actually done, what we're pleased with, how it's been so beneficial. And it's one of the key areas. People love to see what's actually going on. So video and live streaming is just the most brilliant way to start promoting and marketing your business. Webinars. This is a recorded webinar that we have going here now, but you can do live webinars in your industry. You can restaurant industry, the food industry, hairdressing industry. You can do live webinars. Motor mechanic. can do live webinars. It is a perfect way to use video to go through and do a car health check. Show people how they go through and change their tyres or check their oil, things that they need to be going through and doing. And that will definitely guarantee that you will be standing out in the crowd. Now, the other area to look at is affiliate and continuity products. Now, I'm coming back here to being guilty and failing when, well, actually technology wasn't as strong. I've been out of my actual business for about 15 years now. Yeah, be about 15 years. But looking at things like autoresponders, you've got many autoresponders that you can use. You've got Aweber, GetResponse, Infusionsoft, SendLane. There is just so many areas that if you just go and use Mr. Google and look at the autoresponders, there is no point you having a CRM where you've collected all your emails and you do nothing with them. What is the point of collecting emails? It's not going to add any value to your business when you try and sell it if you've formed no relationship with those people. So an autoresponder actually pays you a referral income. Now, even when you on-sell your business, you're always still going to have your autoresponder full of all of your clients and anyone that you actually sold the business to. They then have to come through and start to look after their own business as well too. So have a think about it. And look, one of the key areas, and I'm going back to my days of running my hair salon, and so many times where you think, well, I don't want to share information with the business down the road because they might do better than me. Well, here's a case where if we stop thinking in that scarcity mindset and started working with the businesses down the road and say, listen, I'm actually using this. It's great. I'm managing to connect with my clients. Here, have a look at it and give it a go. And that's the same with referral products and network marketing. Now, I can hear some of you cringe when I use the word network marketing. People will put all sorts of languages to it: network marketing, referral marketing, MLM, any of those sorts of things still are referring to the same thing. It is a product that is based on referral marketing. What do you do when you go to a restaurant and you've had an absolutely brilliant food? You recommend that to your friends. I'm in a hairdressing salon. What do you do when you've had a brilliant shopping experience at Clothes or at a restaurant? You talk about it to your clients. Does that shop actually pay you for that referral? No, they don't. So why in heck's name aren't we going through and tapping into this market? It's just ludicrous. And look, guys, I'll be honest with you. I sucked when I first did this. It was horrendous. And I was using a skincare range, and of course everybody went through and actually had it. But one of the key areas is you don't learn how to communicate. When you first start with using a networking product, your communication skills, or the lack of communication skills, is so strong. But look, time has advanced so much, and I think if we go back and think of the early days of when network marketing and referral marketing was about, everybody went into a panic mode. You'd been invited to a dinner and sitting around doing the dinner, and then all of a sudden you've got this business presentation. Well, I'm sorry, business doesn't work like that anymore. It has advanced so much, and it is such a solution for so many businesses. But guys, you've got to be upfront and honest with it. I mean, there's no way, if you're going to entice or try and sell somebody under the counter that way, you'll never win. So one of the key elements with referral and network marketing is they are the most brilliant continuity products, but you need to learn how to communicate and build relationships quickly. I think I would much prefer to have somebody talk to me about a continuity product instead of going into the hair salons that I've been to in this particular region and constantly being sold shampoos and conditioners. It just makes it uncomfortable. So if you've got something that is enrolling all of the team, they're all excited about what they're doing, everybody's actually involved because they're getting a continuity benefit from the whole lot of it, you change the whole dynamics of your business. And then we have things like education portals. Now, for example, I use one called My Lead System Pro, MLSP. It is an education system that pays a referral referral product fee to it. Now, as I said, we don't have time to go into all of this in longer detail, but I'd like to show you clearly what's actually happening when you start to look at these main profit drivers. Now, here we're talking leads are created because you're providing value if you're sending out emails regularly. Now, not everybody's ready to buy it at any one time, but if you're constantly adding value and you're not selling all the time, you will increase your conversions and start to build your clients. Just out of interest sake, if you actually look at most online world marketers, and the saying is, well, every email address you actually have that you've provided value to represents $1. So when I'm looking at people that I follow online and they've got 180,000 emails followers or social media followers, that's a lot of money from them providing value. And why can't you as a small business owner tap into this as well too? So then we're looking at the transactions and the average dollar sale. Continuity programs are the best thing out. The number of transactions, you know that that's going to be coming in every month. And as long as you are maintaining, adding value, building and training and educating, getting people to training things, you are creating an absolutely brilliant way to increase the number of transactions. And this is where people will also refer on from there. And it does help you to increase your average dollar sales. So you can't get from point A to point B, as we said before, unless you measure where you are going now. And one of the key areas that's going to create results with business is if they start to use these tools and create leverage. Remembering what you focus on grows. It's really, really important. One of the key areas that I think lead magnets that we need to be giving away, I talk to businesses that are just not getting people coming to their website. You can do things like reports. You've got templates that you can use, checklists, you can create ebooks. Now, I've got a whole program on creating a lead magnet, which is tied up with our Money Mastery. But for anyone that's interested in that, they can always drop me a line and I can get these details out to you. But also, again, as we're just confirming, the affiliate products is also referred to as referral products. Autoresponders, ClickBank is another one, networking products. All of these things can pay you money that you can actually attach to your business. And when we all work together, we actually create results for all. No one possesses all the skills. No one has all of the answers. So you do need a team, right, to help you with your business. And in today's economy, when you're struggling in some areas, there's somebody in your team or your community that has got the answer. Right, so it's critical that you start to, instead of thinking as an individual business, start to think, how can a global business help you grow, and how can you connect with people globally that can help you grow? So as I said, I've got a book there, ebook called Revenue is Vanity, Profit is Sanity. So you're on my list. I can get that out to you as soon as we finish this webinar. But it's most important to look at, we have change upon us, and there's no way you can survive if you continue to do the same thing over and over again. Job security is different. Jobs for the future have changed. No longer is it safe for the employee. So what's that telling us? It's also meaning that some employers are going to be struggling a little bit. So unless we are adapting to change, you're not going to be impacting your community. It's a really, really critical area that if we all start to work together, we can create growth and really make the difference. You've got to start looking after yourself, because it'll be no government that will be able to do that for you. And this is where I'd like again to just to confirm, this is a part of the areas with business mastery from money. And obviously what we've discussed here has been in the N area, which is the numbers. If you don't measure what you have got now, you have got no way of actually growing where you're going. And the other areas with business mastery, what we cover are mindset, your outcomes, of course, go deeper into the numbers. And I really encourage you to look at your employees. When you've got the right people on the bus, you can definitely use these continuity products and create results. And then the why is for you. Yes, you. It means you've got to look at some changes. You can't keep going and doing what you're doing now and expect a different result. So it's Helene Meering signing off here, and you can catch me at my Facebook page at Facebook.com/Helene Meering, or you can contact me at askHeleneMeering.com. I look forward to sharing more with you, and let's help get your business growing in this economy.